Okay, so this video is not really a rant, but it's borderline rant. Like, rant is up here, regular videos down here. I'm like right here. So this is just about hair companies, AliExpress, Virgin Hair, Honesty, Frontin', all of that. Oh, and Instagram. So since I've had an Instagram account, like I've been hooked on it more than any other social network except for YouTube, whatever. But between like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I've been on Instagram more than any of the other social networks. And that's just because I love pictures. I love, looking at different things. Like, you can look at clothes on there, you can look at hair, you can look at makeup pictorials, like tutorials with their pictorials, like everything. Like, stay connected with your friends and family, like when they go on vacation and they post pictures, or same thing with me, if I go somewhere and I post pictures. Like, I love Instagram. So when I found out that, like, no, I started following, I think it was either Princess Hair Shop or some other common hair company on Instagram. So after I followed them, I got mad requests from other hair companies. Like, I get requests on Instagram from hair companies like every day, which I'm sure a lot of ladies do. So I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Like, this is a cool way to stay connected with some of these hair companies, see their hair, see customers that are wearing their hair, all of that. Cool. But lately, I just been really, I don't know, I just been getting ticked off on Instagram, like really pissed off, because a lot of these hair companies are really fooling people. They're really ripping people off. They're fronting, point blank period, they're fronting on these people. Not gonna name any names of hair companies right now, but if you're on Instagram, you probably see the same thing I see. Like, there's nothing wrong with buying in bulk from AliExpress and reselling it for your hair company. I mean, that's what AliExpress, Alibaba is for. It's mainly for people to buy in bulk, wholesale, the wholesale price thing, like, so that they can resell it at their store or through their company. Like AliExpress, Alibaba, manufacturer, then you get the third-party person or website or company, whatever, that sells it for whatever price they want to sell it for. My thing is, don't be ridiculous with the pricing, seriously, because, and then if somebody asks you, is the vendor that you get your hair from on AliExpress, don't lie and say that it's not. Like, it's not that serious. I have an AliExpress hair right now. I've kind of been buying AliExpress hair for like the past couple of months, only because I refuse to spend $300 on some hair that I'm not really sure about. $150, $100, somewhere under $200. I don't mind spending money on hair that costs under $200 if I'm just testing it out. But I want to spend $300, almost $400 on some hair. I want to know that it's for real, and I'm not gonna purchase $300, $400 hair on AliExpress or from AliExpress. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, but like, yeah, like, okay, right now we're coming up on the Chinese, I think it's the Chinese New Year or the Chinese holiday or something like that. So ironically, all these hair companies on Instagram are posting things like, a little under the weather, so I won't be sending out hair until the 19th of February. Or, me and my family are going on vacation, so I won't be sending hair out until the 18th of February. And then there was another one. There's a family emergency. We won't be sending out hair until the 20th of February. Another one. Oh, me and my crew are going to All-Star Weekend, so blah, 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 blah. We won't, all of this. And then somebody else said, oh, we're out of stock, but we'll be back in stock around the 19th or 18th of February. And another company said, it's just like those excuses that I just said, like, that's what they're all saying. And I've seen it from at least 20 hair companies on Instagram. Ironically, all at the same time, like, y'all all got emergencies and little vacations or whatever. Like, you ain't know that you was going to have it before, so you can have your hair in stock. I mean, I don't get it. Like, I understand things do happen, but really, like, 20 hair companies at one time. And then there's like this page on Instagram. It's called AliExpress Hair, and I've been following them because like they tell the truth about a lot of the hair companies for real. And, like, they help promote, like, not promote, but they just tell the followers about good AliExpress vendors for hair, which is cool because like it's hard trying to test out hair on AliExpress. If you don't see a review on YouTube, or you don't know someone who's personally used the hair, it's hard to, like, if you want to try another company, it's like you're really taking a big risk or whatever. So, a lot of the hair companies have been blocking this person at AliExpress Hair because, they're not even being rude. Like, that's the thing. The hair companies are saying this person is being rude, this and that, but they're really not. Like, they're telling the truth. Like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Kiss by Noreno, or whatever. Kiss by Noreno, whatever. I got one that they buy their hair from Beautiful Queen Hair Shop, and I was gonna purchase from Kiss by Noreno because they got a lot of good feedback on Instagram. Like, a lot of girls are wearing their hair, even some people on Instagram. So I'm like, I might check them out. But if it's AliExpress hair, I'm just not doing it. Like, not at the price that they're selling it for. Like, there's nothing wrong, like I said, there's nothing wrong with buying AliExpress hair. There's nothing wrong with purchasing in bulk for your hair company. But when you're charging an outrageous price for the hair, like, mind you, if I can get, let's just say 16, 18, 20 inch on AliExpress for like $140. But then I have this Instagram hair company telling me that they can sell me a 16, 18, and 20 inch for, let's just say, $225. Where do you think I'm gonna purchase from? And it's the same exact hair. Like, I respect the hustle. Like, you gotta make your money, but unless you're really purchasing from a vendor, like from the actual company, from the actual country where the hair came from, don't charge outrageous prices for AliExpress hair. Seriously. Like, even when everybody found out that Genesis was reselling AliExpress hair, at the end of the day, their prices weren't something outrageous. Like, a lot of these Instagram hair companies, these fly-by-night hair companies, they just, like, I look at their prices. Like, I look at all of those companies on Instagram, and it's like, I just look at their prices compared to real hair company prices. Not saying you're not a real, but if you're lying and making up fake excuses, like, just say the vendor that you got your hair from is on their holiday, so you can't get your hair. Like, don't lie. Like, just don't lie. For what? Like, all of y'all at once, though. Like, I don't get it. Like, literally 20 hair companies at once saying different excuses of why they can't send out hair between the 15th and like the 18th, 19th, and which ironically happens to be the time when AliExpress said, this is the Chinese holiday. Yeah, you got me fooled. But yeah, that's all I really want to talk about, because I was really aggravated, and like, ugh. Just beware of these Instagram hair companies for real. Because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of them aren't doing it because they love the business. I feel like they're doing it just because they want some extra money in their pocket. Like, they really don't care whether or not your hair lasts you or not. Even like when the sales look tempting and I want to buy sometimes, at the end of the day I say, you know what, they buy their hair from, wait, and then this. You have the nerve to have your own hair company, but you want to use other hair companies' pictures, and you want to use like the YouTube gurus like Poison Flower Ivy or Tiara or Lakia. You want to use their pictures on your joint, but they haven't even tested your hair. Like, why are you using their pictures? Like, that's so corny. And then some of these Instagram hair companies be using AliExpress pictures. Goodbye on that note.